This is a smacking off the podcast, special Halloween edition, when smack talk turns scary. And now, our host Shannon Madden, co-host, producer Doug Phillips, with special guests Niki Mays and Landon Beeman. Now, we begin.
Feature, I understand that my voice may be recorded and published by the host. That's fucking horseshit.
So we're all gonna go jail? Are we gonna go jail?
Apparently, I don't know. It didn't really say what the penalty is if we do this thing. If we do defamatory, harassing, obscene, or the problem is defamatory and harassing and possibly obscene will happen if we bring her in this call. I don't think that's a good idea. Y'all got pretty upset with one another.
No, I'm all about it though. I'm really at the point that I want a face to face with her.
I can make that happen. I know some people.
I want a full face. That she's too afraid. I've tried to do pod with her before. I've tried to have a phone conversation with her, FaceTime. Let's figure this. You are taking bullshit lies off the internet that I can prove that are fake, and continuing it now for 2 damn years.
Yeah, that's a long time. That's a long time to be big mad about somebody, especially somebody over some internet fields. And this is supposedly about college football, but we all know, particularly when you've participated in these college football smack groups, as long as we all have. Mm-hmm. Nikki, you're probably OG veteran compared to Doug and myself. I'm the latest of the game in this conversation as far as coming into the smack groups, but I figured it out pretty quick. And it really is. It
wasn't like that before people like her got involved.
Well, and you're kind of opening up a larger. Well, you're opening up a larger conversation about that because I'd actually, and Doug can attest to this, early on in the podcast, because we were trying to become kind of a voice for these college football smack groups, and for also a fun way for people to let's throw this keyboard warrior shit down and actually jump in the ring and actually put people on the air. We've had a couple segments, not as many as I would have hoped, but we've had a few segments where people have battled back and forth and argued a good bit. But man, it really does. You have to wonder. Folks like we've had Jesse Paul Clark on the show, and Jesse Paul Clark is let me mute everybody here because I'm still dinging. Jesse Paul Clark is known throughout all the smack groups as being this. Oh, was it? Oh, here he is. Landon Beeman's with us, I believe.
Hello, Landon.
He's probably not plugged in yet. There he is. I see him. I see his thing now. Landon Beeman, hashtag fake profiles. No, nothing like that. Don't. It says right here, defamatory, harassing, obscene, which you were just being obscene, or racist content is prohibited. So we cannot talk about Landon Beeman's thing, as you put it.
Oh, I thought y'all were live.
No, I'm fucking around with you. Landon, how's your dick hanging, buddy? Apparently.
He said he can't hear us.
What the fuck is that sound?
It's not me.
Oh my God.
That was freaky.
No, I got some freaky for you. Oh my God, I hate this fucking shit already. Hey, I got something that I'll share it with you here in the chat here in a second that I discovered this afternoon. Hello. It is one of the, hey Landon, what's up? Landon Beeman, ladies and gentlemen, hashtag fake profiles.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Fake profiles.
Okay. Landon, do me a favor.
Can you hear us? Get the dick out of your ear.
I can't. It's currently in Shannon Russell right now.
All right, fair enough. Good. We can all hear one another. We're all talking about this whole entire episode is going to be about Shannon Russell. We're dedicating this to Shannon Russell and her tireless efforts. Her tireless efforts here and abroad.
First, Well, first, Nikki, I've never personally met you on a podcast. Very nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you too.
Is this seriously the first time the two of y'all have had a segment together? Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Doug, you need to quit that shit because it's really grating my fucking nerves right now. I can't handle that.
It sounds like it goes.
I fucking hate how much.
Hold up, let's see what this.
I mean, really, with all these fucking sound effects, it's just like Shannon Russell's here. It's just as fucking entertaining. Dick.
Without the juggling clown, yes.
Oh yeah, there is that, and some sad ass commentary about where LSU is currently, which is kind of
she was at a football game she wasn't at. That one was fun.
So let me go ahead and go on record here. I do not know what's going on. I'm going to listen to you guys, and I'm going to be quiet.
No, I'm going to listen to her. We need to start from the beginning because I'm
look, before we get started, because Nikki has shared portions of this part of the story on air, and not about Shannon Russell, just about some of the other crew that Shannon Russell's hanging with. I think if both of y'all been following in the chats, the people that she's hanging with were also people that were at the center of the attempted group takedown in OG Family Smack.
All of them.
Every single one of them.
Doug real quick. Doug, who added you to that page about that group about me?
Added me?
Yeah.
Are you in there?
Because you're a member.
I don't even know. Oh, I have no clue. What group are you talking about?
The real story about Niki Mays. And it's all like screenshots of the girl that started these.
You know how many pages? You know how many pages I'm added to? I have no clue what you're talking about.
Conversations and.
You're breaking up real bad, Nikki.
Well, the girl that started all these lies about me, the reason she started them. Let me walk outside.
Yeah, walk outside. The children don't need to hear this.
So the reason the girl started this, is because, well, she's a crazy,
yeah. We can say fuck, we can say pussy, we can say pussy flaps, we can say everything. We can say all the bad words.
Call Shannon Russell a cunt live on here.
You can say cunt, yes.
Let me go ahead and set the record straight for me as far as what I know about this. Shannon Russell hit me up, and it seems like years ago now, and I guess it was.
Yeah, too.
And told me that you were some type of bandit who robs people, and seriously, you use scams to get people and everything, and you're going to.
She used cancer, Doug. She used legitimate, real cancer to scam money out of people.
Yeah.
Well, whatever, and I don't remember exactly what she said, and I was like, well, she's been in the group for a while now, and she hasn't pulled any scams.
No, I've known probably 20-some people in your group.
So she was like, okay, so I can prove what I'm saying or whatever, and I was like, you don't need to prove it. She's proven right now that she's not pulling any scams, so I don't give a fuck what you think you've got. And that was pretty much the end of our conversation about it.
Yeah, and again, that's where I've been with it the whole time as well, because we're talking about some really old shit. Well, how old is that Conway page?
Well, the Conway page, we had the Conway show for like when we started that. I mean, it was just like a really messed up. I added you, Shannon. Really messed up meme page. Where I come from, is Conway, Florida. It is literally right downtown Orlando.
Yeah,
and
I've been there. I like downtown Orlando. That's a beautiful city.
Me too. I enjoyed it. I grew up and I moved away. The girl that started this because I told her. She said, I've been sober for 6 years, and I'm like, you don't look it since you're freaking drunk in every picture.
Yeah,
because she attacked one of my friends that was 6 months sober. Mm-hmm. A guy that I have known since elementary school, and I don't remember him being sober since probably our sophomore year of high school.
Full disclosure, I am 7 years sober myself. However, I am high as balls on cocaine right now. So go ahead.
Yeah. And so he was so proud that he was 6 months sober. And of course, everyone that grew up with him was proud. And this is like, if you aren't at least, as sober as I am, you're not sober. I'm like, you don't even look sober.
So they just basically started, y'all just talking a little shit online. Yeah.
No, I left it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Walked away. There was nothing. Underneath that, she's like, you know what? I haven't seen you since 6th grade. And I'm like, honey, I don't remember you.
Yeah.
Like, I have no recollection of this person.
And who is this?
I know all of my friends. Her name is Ari. I put the mugshots of her in the chat.
Mugshots?
And I keep telling Russell, karma's a bitch. This bitch tried to destroy my life. My life has gotten 100 times better, and she's been in prison like 16 times.
I'm sorry, is that a crow in the background?
Yes, crickets.
I don't have a cricket.
I'm in the woods.
That sounds like a crow. Why is a crow crowing at night?
That's not important.
That is very important. I wanted, are we on a different time zone?
Man, everybody just go with the conversation here. Nikki was telling a very important story about her real fake cancer.
Is that Big Al?
Oh, okay. All right.
Are you riding Big Al around the room, Shannon?
Yeah. Here's another clue for you. Nikki has my address. She has my home address. If Nikki wanted to fuck with me or do anything to me, Nikki, Doug, you don't even have my home address, do you? Have I given you my home address, my new home address?
I sent you an obnoxious toy for your daughter for Christmas.
And I absolutely love it. We have actually, my wife and myself have ridden it more than Rory has, because Rory can't steer it. She can cut it on and she can make it move, but she can't steer it. So it proves to be rather disastrous. She loves it.
Yes,
but she gave me this beautiful, or gave Rory, I should say, because it's not mine. Rory's made that clear. She gave me this beautiful Big Al. And you can ride Big Al the elephant, Alabama's mascot, of course. And it's got he's got his own little house and everything. And he is a fixture in our house now. But at this, God damn it. Are you fucking done with this shit? Because I'm over this shit. I'm so fucking over all of this shit.
Oh my God.
I don't know what is going on right now.
But I will finish where I was at. So I became within like 2 weeks, this Ari girl set up.
Crows are horrible out here.
What did they call it? Dirty laundry.
Sure.
And she was going to start a live
original
cast and everyone's dirty laundry that lived in Conway. Now, this is a girl that's already been to jail 4 times and made the paper for getting a DUI and pissing her pants.
Wow.
But she wants to dirty laundry everyone else.
I mean, yeah, that kind of fits the profile for somebody that would get a DUI, piss their pants, be in the paper about it, and then start a Facebook group to hate on somebody that's, you know.
And all she has in that group is her messaging my husband's family that we have nothing to do with. Like I showed you the pictures. Like,
well, this is the other girl. Yeah, we need to we're going to have to fast forward for brevity because this is a long story.
So
yeah, this is a very long story. We'll have to do some of this off air as far as catching up, but we need to fast forward to the part where we
Russell.
Listen to Smacking Off the podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Also check us out on the Podbean app, Player FM, and Podchaser.
Do you guys remember the day in chat she got booted for posted or taking screenshots?
Nikki, no offense, that narrows it down.
Yeah,
it was the last time she got. I mean,
every chat, every group,
every time
she was talking shit about Justin Pike and Landon and Shannon. Like she was just running her mouth, and then she was taking screenshots. Well, I'd had enough. So I posted them in the chat and I said, you know what? If you're going to talk shit to their face.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do remember this now. Okay, yes.
Well,
Yeah,
she
I
went
remember.
off the damn deep end. And that's when
Yeah.
she found that page.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
that's
something
when it
didn't add
started.
up. So that's her explanation. Because I have chatted with her a little bit about this, and her her opinion is that she was helping you get back at some of these girls that she's running with now, and something didn't
We never
add up,
talked
and they were
about it.
telling, huh?
We never even talked about it.
Talked about her the reason that you and that's what I'm saying. She paints this as. She paints this as the two of y'all were actually, she paints this as the two of y'all were friends or y'all were working on some kind of scheme or something, and then something didn't quite add up, so she had to take a step back, and she realized what a horrible, malicious person you were because all these people pointed her to this page. Yeah.
No.
Motherfuckers made a whole entire hate group about you.
Honey, she's dating an
wonderful.
ex-NFL player now. Can we talk about delusional world?
Who is?
Shannon Russell says she's
an ex and she says she is. Oh,
yeah, and so I said prove it, and she said no, I don't want you to have his name.
Yeah, that would be wise.
Yeah, that's kind of like when I asked her for her degree from LSU.
Yeah, she can't post it.
No, because she doesn't have one.
No, she don't have a degree at all.
No, she has a degree. She said she has a degree. Y'all need to quit saying all of these horrible things about her because she has a degree. She is dating an ex NFL star, and she's still living in an apartment with her parents.
Jameis Russell or someone? I mean, she's not. Yeah. I mean, she said he has millions, but yet she.
Well, I mean, he's an NFL player. I mean, NFL players usually have millions, even the ones that sit on the bench.
Can I just say this? My purse collection costs more than her apartment.
Well, I mean, she doesn't own that apartment, and you own your purses, so that's right there is a win in and of itself.
I mean, you can call me poor, and like I told her in chat, you want to call me fat, you want to call me poor, I will prove my end, you prove yours.
Are you fat?
Yes, I am huge.
You got a fat pussy?
Yeah, massive.
What's your favorite?
I have a fupa.
Sweet.
No, I'm not fine. I'm not.
That's a valid question.
I am like happy
with sex with it. That's a valid question.
Would you have sex with me?
Yeah. What is it?
I would have sex with everybody on this podcast except for Doug because Doug has already seen me naked, and I've never seen Doug naked.
Shannon, I'm flattered.
How have you seen me naked? And yeah.
Landon, I would let you top. I'm just saying.
Landon, why don't you tell us the story on how you guys became a couple?
What was your favorite sex position again?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I like being on top. You can ask my husband.
I knew it.
Yeah, there we talked.
I would have won that bet.
And I would have won that bet. Here, he will tell you. And
that bet.
Yep. So that's how your guys' relationship started.
Landon finger banged Shannon Russell. I can almost just about. She did come to. She came to Tuscaloosa that one time. Yes.
Yeah.
The Bama LSU game that me and you were at.
He had to console her.
Yeah, she lied about going to a football game.
Landon, what is your favorite sex position? You've asked this question to quite a few people on the show, and you've never ever answered this.
The doggy.
Okay. Landon, breaking news, Landon Beeman likes to receive sex and doggy. Okay.
No, I like to give, not receive.
You're a bottom, not a
And you can give with your butt. Power bottom. You never heard of a power bottom?
You're awful. Anyway, so how I met her.
Yes.
Doggy style.
I know.
Let's see. I guess it goes back to the SEC Smack days of fake profiles still run around anyway. I'm Justin Pike anyway.
Yes. Now and forever.
Yeah. So just back and forth, Bama, LSU type stuff. Well, then somehow, some way, we get involved in at least little Facebook chats.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook chats have turned into mainly me and Sean grilling her because she knows absolutely nothing about sports, nothing at all. Try to tell us that, Ed Orgeron was like this fine, upstanding person. Will Wade did absolutely nothing wrong, and that USA Today and all these other people were like
out to get him.
Out to get them for fun, like it was just all made up. It was just, all this other weird jazz, and anyway. And
she does know a lot of weird jazz.
That's a weird something.
And we pretty much grilled her. And then I kept asking her questions like, "What's your favorite sex position?" Just fucking with her and shit like that. Trying to be funny, just like I was like 5 minutes ago. Not trying to be malicious about that. And I think even Nikki understands that. Anyway, so one thing leads to another, and then next thing you know, she's in this chat. She starts having all this beef with Sean about something, and then she keeps typing every day. We start getting music clips about what.
Now we are. Hey, now to be fair, we've also got to bring up the fact that you're mentioning Sean Devine, who is a frequent contributor to the show. Actually, he was our very first contributor to the show, and still contributes to this day.
Sure, and he can listen to all this stuff I'm saying, and he wouldn't disagree. So all that escalates. Well, then I start asking her about her college degree and whatnot, and she can't provide one and everything like that because she made a comment about me at Alabama or something like that because I graduated from Alabama.
She probably still owes $50 to LSU. If you owe your university any money, they won't release that degree. So that's probably all it is. If somebody would, she's probably embarrassed though to embarrass to ask her rich daddy. So I think that we need to start a GoFundMe so she can go ahead and pay the rest of her tuition.
An Alabama fan and all this other shit.
Her dad isn't from Alabama. Her dad lives in the same apartment complex as her.
Then I started.
Well, but he might be from Alabama though.
He's not. Pulled his background.
Oh. So then I started really fucking.
Okay then.
Because I would basically just call her out on her being an absolute idiot and provide proof and whatnot. I mean, she tried to tell me that.
But Landon, I got to ask you this question, and Nikki knows exactly where I'm going with this. At any point in time during your questioning or interrogation of Shannon Russell, did you ever contact any of her family or any of her ex-husbands, ex-NFL player husbands that she might have lying around?
No.
Did you talk to Nick Saban about his relationship? She pooped in Nick Saban's house at one time.
Yeah, she even said Nick Saban was cheating on his wife and all this other horse shit.
Absolutely. Have you asked? Because I know you're down.
All this inside information.
Well, I know that you're actually #inside sources down in Tuscaloosa. Have you spoken with Nick Saban's people about these allegations?
Yes, I have, and they're all 100% not true.
Unfounded. He didn't remember her pooping in his house.
If they were true, as good as a coach as he is and popular and whatnot, they would have been let out by now.
Do you think we should get him involved on getting a restraining order against her? Because as crazy as she's escalating by the day, we don't know if she will show up at Saban's house naked on the front door.
This is true.
I can assure you one thing. No,
she's done this. She's already done this at Landon Beeman's, and she'll do it. She knows the way to Tuscaloosa. I'm just going to put it that way. She has been to quite a few games in Tuscaloosa. She'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then last year, that's when she told me last year she was going to be here for the Alabama LSU game. So I said, okay, we'll prove it. I said, you don't even have to see me or anything. Just send a simple picture of where you're sitting at in the stadium, And I said, I'll go live in the group. And it's still up there. I went live in Family Smack from the tailgate we were having at the top rooftop.
I'm the one that caught that she wasn't on her way there because she was in the chat and Facebooking the whole time.
She was driving. Her NFL husband was taking her. He was just going to drop her off though. He wasn't going to stay there because he's not a Bama fan. You can understand that.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so
anyway, I think we need to add her into this call. I really do. I think we need to reach out to her and add her into this call. Doug, can we do that?
I'm down.
Doug.
Doug, this is your time.
Where the hell is Doug? Doug's taking a bath. He just set this whole thing up and he's going to take a bath. He's got a glass of champagne and some bubbles going. Probably some what would Doug listen to in the bathtub? Barry Manilow? No, Doug's not a Barry Manilow guy.
No, it's
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
I'm still surprised she has not reached out to my husband yet. Since she thinks,
I mean, that's the first person.
It's because she's all talk. You know how many times that she has typed like random essays in the chat and is like,
I don't read them.
I'm done with this bullshit. I'm
like
done.
When
I'm done,
she
you know, all this stuff,
posted,
and nothing ever happens.
When
she's
she
all talk.
posted about whoever contacted my ex-husband, I didn't even read what he said. Like, I will not read because, like I told Shannon, that brings up some really bad in my life, what that man did to me and his other 2 ex-wives, and he'll probably do it to his 4th. And, you know, I'm not, you don't take stuff that far. Like, I could have been that person 2 years ago and went to her ex because I had his information. I know she didn't have custody of her daughter back then, but I would not say anything until I had black and white proof, and I found it. Because so you're trying to destroy my family.
Why does she not have custody of her daughter? Is that
I don't know. She was cussing out a lawyer. It was public on Facebook.
I mean, but at the same time, y'all seen some of the stuff she types is her like being responsible for young children a good thing?
I'm not trying to regain custody. I had custody all the time. I'm like, you don't understand. That's what I do. I'm an advocate.
To go through and you don't get, you know, and the female not get custody of the kids. There's got to be something bad wrong.
And I'm sitting here going, you know, that's what I do. I advocate. Like, we're working on going to pass a bill and some laws here, and it's for children that are put in situations that they're not supposed to be in. So I know how these laws are worded. You can post a missing child report, and as I said, it says identifies as. It does not say legally is. I can identify as a damn unicorn. Doesn't make me one. Same as it doesn't make her have custody.
No. Wait, now it's 2022. You can be anything and everything you want to be, and everybody has to say, "Yep, that's a unicorn."
I am indeed fake profile.
That's a fucking unicorn.
Listen to Smacking Off the podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Also check us out on the Podbean app, Player FM, and Podchaser. Go to the Smacking Off the podcast channel at smackingoff.podbean.com.
It goes back to what I was kind of leaning into a little earlier. You know, I had really early on threatened to do a kind of a segment on the whole issue of trolling online and the fun trolls and the happy trolls. You know, folks like Justin Pike, who's a frequent contributor to the show. Tiggy Doms, who's been on the show a few times. Some, you know,
Gary Oak.
guys of that. Gary Oak is blazing frenzy right now. You know, there's a fun way to do it. There's a fun way to do it. There's a way to do it where it's not only enjoyable for you but for everybody else. You know, as long as you keep it in a comedic, you know, standpoint.
And that's what
we're talking about here, though, is not. This isn't comedy. When you start reaching out to people's family members and you know, wives or husbands or whatever the case may be, you know, and then, you know, there's all this other stuff like, you know, you've even referenced a couple times where you've had, I guess, to dig up dirt to show them, hey, I can dig up dirt too.
Yeah.
And look, you know, that's as nasty as it really needs to get. Well, when you start breaking that fourth wall, man, that right there gets down to like, you know, pathological behavior, man. That's not cool.
One thing I would never do is post that in a group. You're coming at me in a chat. I'll show you. I can take you down really quick, and I can take you down with the truth.
Yeah, but I mean, it should never have to. If it's going to get that stressful, then I don't know, man. I used to roll that hard in the paint a long time ago, and I
never did it for her.
I mean, but you know, but at the same time, though, there is general curiosity, and there's also, okay, well, you did this, so I did this too. That there's that sort of thing. But when it gets to that point, it's probably best to just go ahead and cease communications with that person.
I've had
And the
her
reason
blocked
being
for
is,
2 years.
yeah, and she still somehow manages to pop up. Now, and
No,
look, I'm
no,
to
Because
blame
we
for
keep adding her to
I
no,
random
personally
chats.
I
no.
am personally to blame.
No, you're not, because I told you to add
Shut the
me.
fuck
I
up,
am
Doug.
sick of getting messages on a daily basis of screenshots of her running her mouth about me. And then when you said that she got into a chat
I
that was
hate you,
from like
Doug.
a year ago that was crying about Sean not defending her, oh yeah, let me have it. Because you know what? I am done with it. 2 years. Because of this damn page that I've proved 100 times to be fake, to be lies, I live in hell because of Shannon Russell.
Well,
Do you see that
Well,
the girl that started this
have
page
you
hasn't posted
has she
since then?
blocked you? Because she's blocked me. That's been a long time ago.
Yeah, she keeps me blocked. That's how she talks shit about me. And then I get sent to me on a daily basis. Do you guys know how many that was in these chats with her that's come back and apologized to me because they seen my medical records?
Yeah, she's she's got problems, and like the best thing, like I've said earlier, is that we need it's adding her to these chats and whatnot. I mean, it's the same story every time. I mean, she comes in, she says some shit, we go back at her, she gets pissed off, claims she's done, yada yada yada, and then here we are once again. It's the same story every time, every time.
And it's sad because I'm not in half the chats, but my name gets brought up in every one of them. Like, how are you going to...
That's because, as I keep telling her, she can't help herself. She's so lonely and depressed, and God knows what else in her
She
life,
said,
that
well, I asked
she
her.
has to have those chats, because that's why she types so fast. She's almost, she gets to the point she's talking to herself, and it's honestly fucking hilarious to me.
Well, I think my best, or the best, was yesterday in the chat when she said, everyone in here said you sent them nudes. And I was like, okay, well, someone speak up. And I said, why are you telling people? I've never sent anyone. I have never done that. That's just not who I am. And she said, well, they didn't deny it, so I assumed.
Yeah, she's just all kinds of fucked
They
up.
didn't deny anything, so you assumed. And that's when like Dane and Robert's like, no, she fucking talks football with us, not out here showing or trying to get attention. I do talk football. I love football. I love hockey. I love baseball.
you were sending everybody nudes, and we didn't get any nudes.
Yeah, why didn't you
That's
send me
kind
one?
of
What the
fucked up,
fuck?
Nikki.
I sent
Come
them in that
on,
chat, and
leave
she
me
reported
hanging
it.
like that.
She reported. She reported the chat that. Wow.
She reported that video
I
that I
cannot believe
had.
you didn't send me a nude.
It was my face
I'm
on a
appalled.
fat
I'll
girl.
send you a nude, Landon.
And
Okay,
she
thank you.
reported it, and I asked her, I was like, why the hell are you going to report? Are you that jealous of me? A refaced picture? She's like, I did really do it.
I low key am thinking
Yeah.
about making a meme that has Ed Orgeron with a huge cock, and he's giving it to her in the back from the behind.
The problem is you'll get zucked. I know this personally.
Oh no! This would go in a chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't go in the group. No.
Well,
Oh,
like,
okay.
I've said
Can you show a cock in the chat?
Yeah.
I've never thought of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll show y'all my cock in a minute in the chat.
You want to see mine? His name's Dew.
I'm sorry.
Do you have a chicken?
You have a cock?
I do. His
Yes.
name's Dew.
You've only got one chicken?
No, I've got. What do
What's
we
your
got?
husband
30
thinking
now?
about
Well, it's his cock too.
It's the cock that you and your husband share?
We share it.
You share your cock. That's so sweet.
And he's
Wow.
biracial. He's black and white. He's beautiful.
October's been a good month.
So far. Yeah.
My Gators won a game.
They did. They didn't win the game they should have, but what if? It'd be like that sometimes. I like Napier because even though he has
Sunbelt Billy.
even though he's already lost, this is his very first year there. Expectations weren't super high anyways. And he's lost close, and he's looked good. The team has looked good and looked a lot more energetic than we've seen out of Florida in a minute. I mean, they've shown flashes here and there, but Napier really seems like he's got the team in gear. So I'm expecting some good things out of the Gators. Maybe not for the entirety of the season, but I'm expecting them to get better and better as each week goes by.
Everyone's talking crap because we played like Western. Wait, who did we play? Western Washington.
I know
Eastern
it's one of
Washington.
Western. Yeah,
I don't know.
It don't matter.
Okay, so that's our only weak game all season.
Hold up, I think it was Eastern Washington.
Was it
Hey,
Eastern
back from your bath?
Hey, did you have a good
Doug,
bath?
we were like calling for you earlier, and you were gone.
No, I've been in and out. I've been listening, and
But I do
You were
wanna
taking a
say
bath. I know
that-
you were taking a bath. Whatever.
no.
James is here,
Were you in
and
Livingston,
TCU
Louisiana, trying to
beat the
find
living
Shannon
shit
Russell?
out of OU.
They did, and that was a beautiful thing. We have not brought up the OU loss at all, and that's kind of sad that we've been talking about the Shannon Russell shit, not talking about real.
I've talked with Timothy Bailey a little bit about it. He's distraught.
Yeah, James, he's here. His coach in high school is their defensive coordinator.
Really?
Yeah, Coach Gillespie.
He's a bro.
Yeah, it was a.
And he
that
was
a
under.
definitely,
He played for
shocker.
Browse in high school.
So he's not an OU fan.
No,
Oh well, that's actually going to work. Yeah, that's good.
James is a TCU fan. His granddaddy actually built the stadium.
Yeah, that was a big win for TCU, and not just a big win because they won. It was also how they won. That was
amazing.
extremely bad loss.
And me and him were the only two that picked him on pick'ems. That was the best.
Man, I totally have like dropped the ball, all puns intended, on Pick'ems this year, because I always
They've
wind
been
up
tough
forgetting
these
about
last
it
2
later
weeks.
in the season. Yeah, I can imagine so, because there have been some really unusual losses, which we always have in college football.
Yeah, they
If
pissed me off.
I mean, even this weekend, Tennessee plays LSU, and you would think Tennessee would win that game by like 100. But the Vegas only has
I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Vegas only has Tennessee favored by like 2.5, and
Yeah,
When's the
I
kick?
picked Tennessee.
Hey, what time's the kickoff of that, Landon?
noon.
Noon. Okay. Yeah, it won't be as big of a deal if it was a later kickoff. I would definitely have a hard time picking Tennessee in the game.
Yeah,
I think
and that's
Tennessee
what,
probably wins the game, but it'll probably be.
that's what I'm
pretty
saying.
close.
The naked eye, you're like, oh god, Tennessee's going to kill LSU. But then you look down, you're like, okay, why does Vegas only have them as 2.5 point favorites?
Yeah,
And they're
and
begging
they-
you-
they see
they're
something.
begging you to take Tennessee, but it's one of those things. If LSU wins, you're going to be like, well, shit, it was a trap bet.
But it's not just that. Hooker is recovering from Florida still. Got injured in the Florida game. He's not going to be playing 100%.
Well, the good thing is they did just have the week off. Tennessee's coming off a bye week. But the thing is, too, they play Alabama next. So, like, how much is Tennessee looking ahead to Alabama?
The same as Georgia was looking ahead.
how's that Alabama Texas A&M game look right about now?
I got Alabama by like 40.
I was going to say 42.
I don't care if it's Bryce or Milrow playing quarterback. Either one, I don't give a shit.
I like Milrow.
Yeah, our run game looks rather solid right now.
Yeah.
Now that the passing game is a little iffy.
I mean, A&M runs a 3-man front. Their defensive coordinator is the same guy from Ole Miss last year, DJ Durkin, and which is hilarious to me because A&M signed this historic recruiting class that had like all these 5-star defensive linemen, and these dumbasses are literally playing in a defense that's a 3-down lineman defense and a 3-2-6. It makes zero sense.
This was what I told an A&M fan. He said, don't hate A&M. I said, I don't hate A&M. I hate that you're spending all this money and you can't even produce and develop your players you're paying. At least let them go somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, that just proves they're getting paid because they definitely didn't get sold on the scheme. I mean, that's like a top like passing quarterback going to play for a team that runs a triple option.
they've let me down twice now, and I kept saying I'm not picking A&M again. And I picked them this week. Army. Yeah, they run the football.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go. I gotta go to bed. It was good talking with y'all. Nikki, thank you for clearing up your situation, and I appreciate it. And it was very nice
So
to meet you.
what do we title this? What do we title this episode? The mother of all drama stories.
Yes.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I've been involved in some more interesting drama stories than this.
Yeah, but we still got to sell this shit somehow.
Yeah,
we
it
do.
has to be, because I mean,
we need to get both
years
sides. We need to get Russell in here.
Like, I'm all about getting. I already asked you to get her in here.
I don't. She's off her meds right now. That's probably not a great idea.
It'd be more spicy. It's like an Oprah
I mean,
Winfrey show.
yes, but I don't know. I think it would just kind of I don't know.
You know what I love is
Shannon
that I
Springer.
scared her.
This is like a Jerry Springer show.
Like, I scared her just by saying I was calling her parents. I would never do that. They called and harassed mine. They cussed my mom out in a chat.
Now, see, your situation is a little bit different than mine. I'm literally trolling her and shit like that, and she takes the bait every time. But in your case, this has like gotten like
it's
real.
Yeah, but and look, you know, when the ladies in the smack get down, because look, all the guys do is talk shit, and then eventually it hits a wall. The ladies in smack could go harder and go deeper than you could ever possibly imagine. And I'm not just talking about this situation, which is probably a little bit more on the extreme side. But you know, there's throughout every single one of the groups, it seems like when the ladies clash, man, it gets tight.
And you know what? You want to know who's at the center of that? That little panty Christina.
Yeah, Christina Gallegos, I believe it is.
Yeah, she's the one that starts all these issues.
Yeah, and she's also she's parked her little butt in at least one of her profiles in just about every single group, and
she's parked her little ass at a Walmart.
It probably is, and probably is not sitting upright in the seat, but she I
heard tuna and shrimp.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm with Landon. I'm heading.
You gonna need to go to bed so we can leave?
That's it.
Let's do it. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Later, guys.
Bye.